Hey kids, we're back. Welcome back to Guitar Quackery Live. We are live because this is the live streaming Guitar Quackery channel. So Guitar Quackery Live is the one and only live streaming guitar repair channel in the world. And I'm doing a copy and paste of the link to this live stream. That was copy. I copied it, and now I'm going to do a paste. I'm going to send it to my customer. Okay, let me find him. Right there. Paste. Paste. My phone is hooked up here to the endoscope. Okay. Oh. And I gotta put the camera back on. Like that. All right, so focus, focus. Is that in focus? Let me see. It gives the customer, the owner of this guitar, the chance to log on and to watch it, watch me. But we do have a viewer already, so I don't know who it is. It is someone watching me. So welcome to Guitar Quackery Live. Oh, text messages are coming in. Let me silence my phone. Focus. Do not disturb. See, I always forget to do this. Alright, because I can't be disturbed right now. Let me refocus the camera. It's going to be interesting, I promise. Very interesting. So, what do we have? Oh, look at that. We have 3 people watching. Okay. Dr. Jeffrey Boyle, Dr. John, and Dr. someone else. Okay, doctors. Let's go over this. All right. First, this is going to be an assessment of the situation. I need to refresh my memory. And this is not going to be an easy repair. We have a few loose braces. One of them is right here. See, I used a little piece of tape just to hold it in place because it was rattling around the guitar when I first got the guitar. This is one of them. All right, so I don't even think that's the difficult one to repair. But we'll talk about how why it even broke. It was not made correctly, I think. I know it wasn't made correctly. So we are going to look inside of this guitar, but first I need to grab a light, which is being recharged right now. All right, so this is my light. Portable light. And look at this setup here. So we have an endoscope inside, hooked up to my phone, and then there's a camera right here. All right, and now we have this light. And look at this screen as I place the light inside. You see? Now you start seeing the braces. Well, no more because my arm is there. But I am going to switch to this camera here so you can see this right there, okay? So now you can see on the inside. So let me grab something so I can point without touching this touch screen, right? So you can see a gap here on this brace. That's a dark shadow, that's a gap. But this brace is completely loose, and I'm going to show you this right now. Now the problem is I cannot even reach all the way. And this camera is pointing in a way to make it look like the braces are here. They're actually here. So I might want to reposition the camera a little bit, because otherwise otherwise we can get seasick just looking at this. I get seasick looking at these things because my brain can't handle the flipping, and it's kind of hard to process these things. Well, let's keep it like this. I really can't put the camera in any better place for now. So first, I'm gonna try to reach, so the brace is roughly here, like this, where the pencil is, and there's another one here, roughly, right, like that. I'm gonna try to reach inside as far as my arm can reach. And now, that's it, you see? The arm doesn't go any further. And now I just kicked the camera because I moved this. That's the other challenge. So I'm gonna have to hold it like this, reach inside, and kind of hold on to this brace, the one right here. I had a better camera view before because I was practicing this before. Hold on a second. You gotta bear with me. This is going to be one of those videos, okay? But if you are a regular viewer, one of the viewers that like to just learn from, you know, watching these live streams, I think this is going to be an educational experience. Okay. It's not quite right. So I'm looking at this. Okay, this is better. Okay, so now let me switch cameras here. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit as well. See, that's the brace. Hold on. You see how I'm pushing it? Let me stop moving the camera. Okay, this is as far as my arm or my fingers can reach. So I can kind of do this wiggle. And that's the brace that's here. That's loose here, but it doesn't wiggle there. So I don't like it when braces are not tucked into anything. They're just like that. That's not ideal. And you can see this is as far as my fingers can reach. And now if we switch cameras, you can see that my arm doesn't go further inside. Okay, so that's a problem, right? Challenge. And now I'm going to take this feeler gauge and go back inside, and I'm going to show you this. Okay. Again, it's one of those things that my brain can't really process where's what. But okay, let's leave this thing inside and let's move the camera a little bit. Okay. You can see the situation. Okay, so this brace is also loose. And where are my fingers here? Where's the camera? Okay. So there's a gap. And there, adjacent to this brace that we're looking at right now, let me remove this. If I can remove it, yeah, is the other brace, this one here, right? That's the one I was wiggling before. It's loose all the way. all the way. Now, where is this thing? So now, let me reach behind my back here. I have some magnets. Hold on. All right, so that little thing is magnetic, right? You see how this is moving? So it's loose over here. And like I said, that's where this thing is. I want to grab the camera and point the camera at this. This is where this thing is, right? And now I guess I could move. No, I can't really move this with the magnet, but yeah. So let me remove this feeler gauge. All right, and those are not the only two braces that are loose, unfortunately. Now here, this endoscope is a dual camera endoscope. So I can push this button and it switches to the other camera. So now the other camera is actually pointing in the wrong direction right now. So I need to twist it. So there's a camera on the side and a camera at the tip, right? So now we're using the side camera. And let's examine it again from the side. So we have these two braces. I guess that's the one that we were just examining, which is this one over here. That's it. So it's loose all the way. Yeah. Even here. Look at that. Okay. There is no way that anyone should attempt to put the strings on this guitar and tune it up to pitch. Okay. Now we have this here, this X brace. And let me throw some light on it. So I'm moving the light source now, right here. I'm going to examine the X brace. Okay. Maybe it's not loose. I thought it was. Oh, it is. Okay, so I put the feeler gauge there. And now let me show you. Let me find the feeler gauge. You can see it right there. So that's the X brace. So where are you? Come on. There you go. You see that feeler gauge? That's the X brace, which, you know, is the main brace, one of them. So now I want to remove this feeler gauge. Okay, so we're counting 3 braces. And now there's another X brace. That's the one right there on the other side, on the bass side of the guitar. This one was on the treble side. So the X brace on the bass side is now visible here. Let's put the light here. And now, let me see. This is like building a ship in a bottle. It's a similar thing. And I'm also examining the bridge plate. There's a little bit of a gap at the back of the bridge plate. You know, this brace might be good. Not sure. The problem is I don't trust any of them because they were all glued at the same time by the same person using the same glue. But all right, let's say that maybe it's good. Of course, the X braces go like this, so we have them here as well. Now this is easier to reach. I can even reach it from here. That's the one cutting across here. It seems to be okay. And then there's this one here, which also I guess seems to be okay. And now, I wonder where this one came from. So this is interesting because we get to see how the glue was applied. So I am going to look at it through the microscope, and you're going to look at it through the microscope as well. We are both, or all of us, going to look at it through the microscope. Okay, so we get an idea. What the situation is. And here we have this brace, which is completely loose. I'm not really sure where it came from. This is it. This is the bottom. So this is glue, whatever's left of it, glue residue. We can zoom in just a little bit. So I see fragments of the soundboard. Yeah, so this is soundboard material. So if I zoom in even more, maybe you can see what I see. So these are going across this way, fragments from the soundboard. Here you can see that, the wood grain going in this direction. So that's a little blob of glue, and this is part of the soundboard. Because the wood grain on the brace is going in this direction, longitudinally, right? So we have that's soundboard material as well, right there. Now, the question is, where did this brace come from? Is it part of a longer brace and did it just snap, or is it one of those short braces that are just on the side? I don't know, but I'd like to know. Okay. So I need to turn this camera so that it points properly upwards. And we are going to look at the soundboard. And here, okay, this is where it came from. Right there. So this is a part of the brace. So yeah, so it was just one of those short braces. And where is this? So if I touch it like this, let me put the light right under. Here. I'm going to kind of remember that. Okay. You can see this area. So none of these braces are tucked in. Oh, this one is tucked in. Okay, the X brace is tucked in. You can see how it's tucked in here. That's how the braces should be, but it is loose here. There's this gap. Now, the question is, are we able to get closure if I put a brace jack, for example? Because I'd like to avoid epoxy, but if there's a gap, even after we jack it up, then we can't use wood glue. So how do I do this? So now you're going to experience a similar situation that can lead to dizziness, severe dizziness, as soon as I show you this camera, because I had to flip it 2 times. So now in this direction is the front of the guitar. See what I do now? Go black and white. Okay. So my hand is going to be shown coming in from the other direction. But that's the brace that I'm trying to jack up like that. I'll show you. Right now, the most important thing is the positioning of the brace jack. Okay, and you can see it like that. So I need to tighten it more, and more, a little more. And now we need to bring the camera here to see if we get closure. Where is the light? Okay. Do you see the problem? There's hardly any room. And no, you see, we still have a gap. We don't get full closure there, as you can see here. So no wood glue is going to do the trick. Now what if I push the soundboard from above? I don't know. I feel like it would be beneficial. Where's that light again? Oh, this jack came off. Maybe if I put a jack. See, how is that now? Is it flipped again? Alright, where's that brace? Here. Okay, we see this gap. We want to see if we can close this gap when we jack it up. So I need to place the jack right here. So this is going to be just not very tight. because then I would normally need to place some kind of a backing plate on the back of the guitar. Okay. That's the light. I don't like this, right? So there's still a gap. So if I tighten that jack a little more, which is what I'm doing now, and now I'm pushing the soundboard from the outside. What I'm doing from the outside is just pushing the soundboard like this a little bit, just to see if I get closure. Where's the brace? It's going this way, okay. So I get a little bit of extra closure there. So that might be okay once I jig it up properly. Okay, so next thing I need to do, let's remove the brace and the light. I want to map out, hold on, which way? The underside of the soundboard. That's actually a fun thing to do on paper. Gotta move the camera, I'm sorry, the guitar a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. All right, I'll map out partially. The paper's kind of too small. I am gonna need a bigger piece of paper. So this is the paper I just put here. But honestly, I would like to have a paper that's this big. So maybe we won't do this now. I do it with magnets, just to kind of trace the braces. I just have one magnet on the inside, and I move it against the braces, and it moves the magnet that's on the outside. And then I make little dots on the paper, and then I connect the dots with a ruler with lines, and then I map out the underside of the soundboard. I'm going to fall asleep, sorry. So this is it. This is the assessment. It's the first part of this job. So there's no, this is not the type of job you kind of just start doing on the fly. You need to really know, where the damage is and how you're going to approach the repair, and stay on budget. I did discuss the budget with the customer, but to be honest, last time I looked at this guitar was several months ago, and I couldn't really remember what the situation was like on the inside. And it's not nice, it's not pretty. I need to sleep on it. And so this took 35 minutes and 39 seconds. So the customer is going to watch this, and then I'm going to discuss with him. Yeah. There are always options. The last resort, which we're not doing because it's going to be outside of the budget that I discussed with the customer. So the most involved repair would be to have easy access to the braces to remove the back of the guitar. So remove the binding. Here we have the heel of the neck. Obviously there's a little bit of a challenge here. Remove the binding. Oh, look at that. There's some kind of, I don't know, damage here. So to remove the binding, remove the back. Oh, and I think there are some loose braces here as well. Yeah. Yeah, that as well. At least one of them, I can even see it from here on the back, like this brace is loose. Here's what I'm worried about. The same glue was used to glue all of the braces by the same worker. And even if all of the braces aren't loose, we see what happened to many of them, even on the back of the guitar. So I need to sleep on it, and I'll then be in touch with the customer, and we'll see how to move forward from here. Okay, my friends. Good night, I guess, or not good night. Maybe I will be doing another live stream. Got a lot of work here. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.